Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of thrift flipping and how you can turn it into a profitable side hustle. Now, more than ever, people are looking for ways to make extra cash, and let me tell you, this can be a really fun way to do it. We're going to cover everything from finding those hidden gems at thrift stores to listing them online for a profit. Whether you're a seasoned reseller or just starting out, I'm confident you'll find some valuable tips and tricks in this video. So grab your notebooks and let's get started. Alright, so you're at the thrift store, surrounded by racks of clothes and shelves of random stuff. It can be overwhelming, right? But trust me, it's all about knowing what to look for. First off, don't be afraid to really dig in. Check every aisle, even if it doesn't seem relevant at first. You never know what treasures you might uncover. Now, when you're scanning those shelves, keep an eye out for popular brands, especially in clothing and electronics. Think Nike, Adidas, Apple, Sony, those kinds of names. People are always willing to pay a premium for brand names, even if they're pre-owned. Next up, quality over quantity, my friends. Don't just grab anything that looks remotely interesting. Inspect the items carefully for any signs of wear and tear, stains, or damage. Remember, you're going to resell these items, so condition is key. And here's a little secret: vintage is in. Keep an eye out for unique retro pieces, whether it's clothing, furniture, or home decor. These items often have a higher perceived value and can fetch a pretty penny online. Don't underestimate the power of research either. Before you even set foot in a thrift store, do some online browsing to see what's hot in the reselling market. Are certain brands or types of items selling well? Knowing what to look for can save you time and increase your profits. Another tip: check the return policy of the thrift store. Some stores are stricter than others, so it's good to know if you can return an item if it doesn't sell or if you find a flaw later on. And here's a bonus tip: build relationships with the staff. The employees at thrift stores see new inventory every day, and they might be able to point you in the right direction or even let you know when new shipments arrive. Remember, thrifting is a bit of a treasure hunt. It takes time, patience, and a keen eye to find those hidden gems, but when you do, it's incredibly rewarding, both financially and personally. Okay, you've found some awesome items at the thrift store. Now it's time to turn them into cash. And eBay is your new best friend. eBay is like the world's largest online marketplace, and it's a fantastic platform for resellers of all levels. First things first, create a professional-looking eBay account. Use a clear, high-quality profile picture and write a concise and trustworthy bio. Remember, first impressions matter, especially online. When you're listing your items, high-quality photos are non-negotiable. Use natural lighting if possible, and take photos from multiple angles to showcase the item's condition. Write clear, detailed descriptions that highlight the item's features, condition, and any unique selling points. Be honest about any flaws, no matter how small, to avoid issues later on. Pricing can be tricky, but a good rule of thumb is to research similar items on eBay and see what they're selling for. You can start with a competitive price, or even try an auction format to see what buyers are willing to pay. Shipping costs can eat into your profits, so it's essential to factor them in when you're pricing your items. Offer multiple shipping options if possible, and consider using recycled packaging materials to save money and be environmentally conscious. Customer service is crucial on eBay. Respond to buyer questions promptly and professionally, and address any issues or concerns with a positive attitude. A satisfied customer is more likely to leave positive feedback and become a repeat buyer. And here's a tip: consider offering a return policy. It might seem counterintuitive, but a flexible return policy can actually increase buyer confidence and lead to more sales. Don't be afraid to experiment with different listing strategies, such as using buy it now prices, promoting your listings, or running sales. The more you experiment, the better you'll understand what works best for your items and your target audience. Remember, eBay is a powerful tool for resellers. By taking the time to create high-quality listings, provide excellent customer service, and constantly learn and adapt, you can build a successful reselling business on this platform. Garage sales, yard sales, estate sales, these are all treasure troves for resellers. Think about it. People are practically giving away their unwanted stuff for pennies on the dollar. You just have to know where to find the good stuff. First off, check your local classifieds, community boards, and online platforms like Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. These platforms are gold mines for finding upcoming garage sales in your area. When you're browsing garage sale listings, pay attention to the descriptions. Are they selling any items that might be of interest to resellers? Look for keywords like vintage, antique, collectible, or even specific brand names. Now here's the key, get there early. The early bird gets the worm, or in this case, the best deals. Serious garage sale shoppers are often there before the sale even officially starts, so be prepared to be an early riser. Don't be afraid to haggle. Garage sale prices are rarely set in stone, and sellers are often open to negotiation, especially if it's later in the day and they're looking to get rid of items. Bring cash with you, preferably smaller bills. It makes haggling easier, and some sellers might not have change for larger denominations. When you're inspecting items, be thorough. Check for any hidden damage, missing parts, or signs of wear and tear. Remember, you can always negotiate a lower price if you find any flaws. And here's a tip. Be friendly and approachable with sellers. A little bit of charm can go a long way in getting a better deal. Plus, you never know, you might even make a new friend or two along the way. Garage sales are a fantastic way to find unique, valuable items at rock-bottom prices. By following these tips, you can increase your chances of scoring amazing deals and turning a healthy profit. All right, let's talk about taking your reselling game offline and into the real world. Farmers markets, flea markets, craft fairs, local festivals. These events are fantastic opportunities to connect with potential buyers face to face. First things first, do your research. Look for events in your area that attract your target audience. For example, if you're selling vintage clothing, a trendy flea market or arts festival might be a better fit than a farmer's market. Once you've found a few promising events, contact the organizers and inquire about vendor fees, booth sizes, and any specific requirements or regulations. Now let's talk about your booth setup. Presentation is key when you're selling in person. Your booth should be visually appealing, well-organized, and inviting to potential customers. Use props, signage, and lighting to create an eye-catching display. Clearly label your items with prices and consider offering discounts for multiple purchases. Customer service is even more crucial when you're selling in person. Be friendly, approachable, and knowledgeable about your products. Engage with customers, answer their questions, and provide a positive shopping experience. Don't be afraid to tell your story. People love to support small businesses and entrepreneurs, so share your passion for reselling and the unique stories behind your items. And here's a tip, bring business cards or flyers with your contact information and social media handles. This way, even if someone doesn't make a purchase, they can still connect with you later. Selling at events can be a lot of work, but it's also incredibly rewarding. You get to interact with customers, build relationships, and see firsthand the joy your items bring to others. Consignment shops, my friends, are like silent partners in your reselling journey, especially for higher-end items. They take a portion of the sale, but they do the heavy lifting of displaying and selling your items, leaving you free to focus on sourcing more treasures. First things first, research consignment shops in your area that specialize in the types of items you're selling. Some shops focus on clothing, others on furniture, and some on a mix of everything. Contact the shop and inquire about their consignment terms, including their commission rates, consignment periods, and any specific requirements for items they accept. When you're preparing your items for consignment, make sure they're clean, in good condition, and free of any defects. Consignment shops often have higher standards than thrift stores, so presentation is key. Be realistic about pricing. Consignment shops typically price items higher than thrift stores, but they also need to be competitive with other items in their inventory. Be patient. It might take some time for your items to sell, especially if they're higher priced or niche items. Don't get discouraged if your items don't sell right away. And here's a tip. Build a good relationship with the consignment shop owners and staff. They can be valuable resources for pricing advice, market trends, and even potential buyers. Consignment shops can be a fantastic way to expand your reach, offload higher-end items, and generate passive income from your reselling efforts. Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more side hustle ideas. Happy thrifting. Remember, building a successful reselling business takes time, effort, and a willingness to learn and adapt. But with the right strategies and a little bit of hustle, you can turn your passion for thrifting into a profitable and rewarding side hustle. Now get out there and start flipping those finds.